Welcome to Food for Thought, an app created for students by students. This app is intended to target students whose eating behaviors are altered by the stresses of school. We hope to create a sense of positivity and mindfulness for those with busy schedules. The first page here is the home screen, which allows users to access 4 different actions that will help to regulate stress. A blue theme is maintained throughout our app. This is because a new study from the Lighting Research Center at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute shows that exposure to morning blue light helps sleep-deprived adolescents better deal with stress. Food for Thought is dedicated to helping students through periods of stress. Let's take a look at the first information page. The information page gives a rationale for why this app will be effective in keeping students healthy. Here, our zebrafish icon gains meaning. We have chosen this fish as their symbol because these fish have been shown to have a very similar stress reaction to humans, meaning they too will reduce their eating in a stressful environment. This was shown in a study by DeMarco, where they placed larval zebrafish in stressful waters such as high salt content or with a fast flow. Overall, we hope that by using this app, students will remember to eat healthy and live a balanced life. This information page informs the user of the implications of stress. It's been long understood that stress is increasing in our society, especially among students of all ages, with 90% of students reporting feeling overwhelmed, 50% reporting feelings of hopelessness, and 63% of students reporting feelings of loneliness. Chronic stress has been found to have a variety of negative effects, including immune dysregulation, progression of disease such as HIV and cancer, and microbiome dysbiosis. Research has found that without intervention and education of the impact of stress, maladaptive coping strategies can develop in early childhood and continue to impact our behaviors over the course of our lives. Unaddressed stress can lead to increased engagement in high-risk behavior such as drug and alcohol abuse and engagement in self-harm. Stress also directly impacts feeding behavior, with engagement in hyper or hypophagia depending on the type of stressor, as well as gender. Despite these dichotomies, if cortisol is released as a function of the stressor, eating behaviors may be severely impacted, with males engaging in increased feeding habits and females typically engaging in anorexic eating patterns. Further, longitudinal studies confirm the correlation between chronic and life stress and future weight gain. This section of the information domain touches on the science behind the use of this app. A study conducted by the Kaiser Permanente Center for Health Research found that keeping a food log was significantly more effective in changing people's food and exercise behavior compared to encouraging a diet or exercise. Unlike a diary, Food for Thought is interactive with its users and records many aspects of the user's day, which will be discussed later on. According to a recent article published in Nature, the use of smartphones is on the rise both in developed countries and developing countries. This means Food for Thought is increasing in its accessibility to those that could benefit from its services. An app also allows access to people who may need but who wouldn't seek help with day-to-day managing. These are some of the great advantages of a self-help app, like Food for Thought. In addition, the scientific literature has proven that specific apps benefit in reducing PTSD, psychotic and depression symptoms, and insomnia. Some research even suggests that use of a scientifically proven effective app and having a good support system dramatically increases the effectiveness of the app. So Food for Thought could be one tool in the toolbox for helping improve your eating habits. This page is to present relevant scientific evidence to our users with the goal of establishing awareness of the relationship between one's daily stress and their feeding habits. A study published in 2005 by C.D. Walker established how lack of nutrition, specifically carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids, can interact with the HPA axis and impose its own stress, thus creating a positive feedback effect and exacerbating the effects of an already active stress response system. Lastly, it has been established through neuroimaging and clinical studies that prolonged exposure to stress causes an increased affinity of corticosteroids to glucocorticoid receptors. This ultimately induces impaired learning and atrophy of the hippocampus as mediated by molecular, genetic, structural, and functional changes. This page describes our inspiration for creating the app and the goals we wish for it to achieve. Now that we have the rationale for the application covered, let's introduce its functions. Here we will look at the map function. This map function, powered by Google Maps, allows the user to look for healthy restaurants in close vicinity to their location. It also syncs with iCal to display reminders of the time you have to eat before the next appointment. Next, we will look at the food and stress log. Here on the calendar screen, the user's nutrition and stress log will be chronologically organized. The application also syncs with iCalendar to display notifications of upcoming deadlines and appointments. When clicking on any of the data entry buttons, this is the first screen to pop up, prompting you to select the current date before your first entry. This interactive calendar also displays each day that the user has successfully entered nutrition and stress logs. The bottom bar allows the user to toggle between entering the food log by uploading pictures, for those who prefer visual input, and this next button, which allows the users to enter the food manually. Finally, this last button allows you to access your stress rating. The stress log allows you to use the slider to rate your current mood from 1 to 10, with 1 being content and 10 being extremely stressed or anxious. This range is shown both pictorially and with numbers to accommodate visual users and those who prefer numbers. The time and date of entry is also recorded in case you prefer to update your stress levels more than once a day. This next screen allows the user to manually enter each item of your meal. While manually entering each item of your meal, the app has a suggestion function for frequently entered food items. For example, if the user tends to eat scrambled eggs most morning, the app will automatically suggest it in the breakfast log for ease of entry. Next, we will look at the photo entry option. This screen allows you to upload pictures of your meals as you eat them. At the end of each day, you are able to view a collage of images, enabling you to view and interact with your food intake for the day. Dr. Fogarty and colleagues at the University of Washington have examined the barriers to maintaining a food journal and found compliance to be one of the biggest limitations. This is the rationale for having the photo diary, to making recording your food as simple and as convenient as possible. Research also shows that individuals report feeling less judged by photojournaling than writing, and were less likely to skip journaling. And that concludes our food and stress log. Finally, our last function is the settings page. This is where the user can choose the amount and type of notifications they receive throughout the day, such as whether or not they would like to display quotes and recipes of the day on their widget dashboard, and how frequently they would like to receive the calendar push notifications. As just previously mentioned, another addition to this app will be widgets in the main notification center on iOS. To create user interest and motivation throughout the day, the application provides an option to send out push notifications once a day with a new motivational quote and a nutritious recipe suggestion. This function will inspire healthy thoughts and provide accessible recipes that can be made with ease and in a timely fashion. That concludes the functions of our app. With food for thought, it is our hope that all of the actions included in this application will contribute positively to the lives of the user. This app is a work in progress and has potential for continual improvement of its functionality to enhance its benefits of mitigating the effects of stress on our appetites. By creating this app for students, we hope to bring awareness, nutrition, and balance to their busy lives. Thank you for watching.